Your health looks good. And nothing dropped. Fantastic. Great. Hey, Amber, how are you? That was fast. I was just finishing making sure everything was good. Fantastic. So how was your evening last night after I logged off? I am good. I did not get as far today as I wanted to. I got all of the strips done. I actually have the last strip sitting on the sewing machine now. I got the pattern done for the borders, and I got all the black strips done, but I did not finish cutting and preparing the pieces for the border. So I'm going to finish cutting the pieces out, and then I'll go back to getting the actual quilt finished. Oh, okay. I assume picking her up from school. Because right about now is whenever, like, George's not even home from school yet. Right about now is whenever she normally gets home from school. Because she has rugby practice. But I wanted to get an early start. And I'm going to try to get as far through this as I can today. Trying not to stream tomorrow. Although I may have to. Okay, so we need 5, 10, 11 2-inch strips. Nice. So she's only a few years older than George is. 1. Just gonna put that there. So I can move this over and have more room. 2. And thank you for hosting me today. 3. Oh, I guess George's home. Hello! Hello! There we go. Just gotta make sure it's her, right? Yep. You want to come help, or you want to come talk or anything?
I got science.
Science, alright. There's mini pizzas in the freezer if you want that for dinner.
I want to eat some noodles.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you know the dogs are always going to bark. Whenever Mike comes home later, I'm sure they'll bark even more. Four, 5, 6, 7. 8. Yeah, mini pizzas. They're not that big. They're pretty good. It's really weird because they don't have French bread pizza up here. Whenever I first moved to Canada, I couldn't understand that. I'm like, why is there no French bread pizza? But they had the mini pizzas. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 more. Alright, 2 more of these, and then I have yellow, and then I'm done cutting everything out. Right. And here. Okay, and then yellow. Oops. Oh, I moved the camera. Let me make sure it's good. Okay, still good. Alright, yellow, I need 3.5. For all those Triforces in the border. Of course, I realized whenever I started streaming that I forgot to upload yesterday's to YouTube. I kept telling myself, oh yeah, I gotta get that done. And then I didn't do it. Yeah, no, this is the nice bright yellow that I use for the Triforces. You can't tell how bright yellow it was whenever I was in there, but you can definitely tell on its own. See, because the black kind of mutes it a little bit, and it's not quite as bright. Okay, so we need 5 2-inch strips. And I'll set all this aside and piece the last 3 strips of the main body and start sewing all of the rows together. Now, just like with the Final Fantasy quilt, because this is a larger one, it's going to be super hard to show the finished product on the actual stream. There we go. Yeah, it's funny because sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know about these super bright colors, so I'll just get another color that's going to mute it. Nope, it's not going to fit in there. Why did I have this? I think I had it off to the side. That's okay, I'll stick it over here for now. Oh, fold that back. Perfect. Okay, so everything is cut out. So I will set that aside. And set that aside. And let's do the last 3 rows. Yeah, thank you very much. It's actually, I don't know if I ever showed this to you. These are my sample books from Moda. So these are all of the Moda marbles. So these are all of the fabrics that I can pick from, that I can buy by the bolt in order to make all my things. And there are so many just beautiful colors. So that's the bright yellow that you saw. Look at the difference with the electric yellow. See how much brighter that is? But there's the thing that I love about the marbles is video games have a very bright appeal. It's so hard to find good bright colors. And then when I found these, I was like, oh, that's amazing. These are the grunges. So they're more muted and they're grungy, right? Which is why they call them grunge. But there's some really cool stuff in here too. Like the purple that I'm using in the border, I'm actually using the hyacinth, which is hyacinth is right here. This is purple. So that's why a lot of my quilts now use the Moda marbles because of the nice bright colors. They're super cool. Alright, so 3 rows and I am done piecing the main body. So there's 1, 2, 3 of these. And then these are the last 2. Oops, move it up here. 1, 2, 3. And then you get to watch me iron and resew all the rows together. That's actually, even though it's the most boring, it's actually one of my favorite parts because I can actually start to see the quilt come together. Because when you see just the row like this, it's kind of like, it's a bunch of squares. It's hard to see the design of the quilt. But when you're assembling the rows, that's when you're like, oh, hey, I can kind of see the pattern now. I did not cut enough of the regulars. Alright, here's my extra. Hey, Doug, how are you? Were you talking about yourself, Doug? There we go. This is why a lot of times I have to, even though I've done the pattern for a quilt, I've got to go back through and make it before I know the pattern is good. Because as you see, my count is off on a lot of the stuff, especially because it's a bigger quilt. So it's very easy for my counts to be off. And that affects how much, what you cut. It affects the design. I can always tell whenever I get patterns from someone else if they haven't quality tested them. Because there's mistakes through them of cut this or do this. So they obviously haven't followed their own directions whenever they did it, or else they would have caught it. But I've only had that happen once or twice. Most of the patterns that I go through are good. Alright, and this one to the left. I am happy though, at least I got all of the black strips done, and I finished off the strips that I got last night. So did you get your light board stuff done last night, Doug? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, production meetings at brew pubs are amazing. Okay. For some reason I thought I pinned that one wrong, but I didn't. It was fine. The best meetings are the ones that are at bars. and brews, and brew pubs, and breweries. Those are my absolute favorite. Oops. I thought there was a single, but it's a double. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So there's 2. As you see, I finished cutting out all of the black squares. Oops. I really miscounted this one. I need 1 more small and 1 more... Whoops. I'm just dropping everything. Stay. This is why whenever my extras, when I'm doing a quilt for the first time, if I'm not sure my counts are correct, I will take it and just set it all aside. So this is all of the extra stuff that I cut, just in case I can easily grab it. Okay, so I've got that one, and then this one, and I've got 2, nope, I don't have too many of those. Oh, I'm going to need that other one. It was a really bad miscount. Alright, you said it yourself. You've got to get to work. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you know me. If there's stuff that's got to get done, you got to get it done. I hate it when I don't get stuff done on time. You know how obsessed I am about getting things done when they're supposed to be done and being on time, and Doug knows how much of a rules Nazi I am. Okay, that sounds good. When you get home after supper. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one of these, this one, that one, there, that, look at that. Hey, at least I counted this one right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic, and no more pieces. That means that's my last row. I like that when that happens. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that one. No, he knows. I'm the first one to admit my faults. And I try to embrace what my faults are and try to make myself better. And because of that, I super appreciate honesty. So if I love it. Whenever people tell me that I have done something wrong in their eyes, because it makes me stop and evaluate myself. Now, I may not change it, but at least I like to be aware of it. All right, let's get these sewn. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I'm going to have 14 strips. So it's going to go down to 7. Then I'll have to alternate. I'm just doing my planning for the next phase. Sounds good. I'll see you in a bit, Amber. Hmm. You know what I love? Is when you text someone in the morning and they don't respond to you until the evening. Yeah, I'll respond whenever I'm finished with my stream. Right, one. Really need to wash this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seven. Left. Hey Doug, is the stream lagging at all? Because it looks like it says it's excellent, but it keeps dipping. Yeah, see, there's another dip. Okay. Well, if it looks good to you, and if it's not lagging at all, or cycling, or freezing, or whatever, it's probably smoothing itself out because it looks like it's just small little dips. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this way is going to go to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left. Nah. No. Stay. Nah. No. You're not allowed up there. Move. Silly cat. I know. I love you too. Yeah, it looks like it's having a dropped frame every now and then. I'll leave that up for now. Keep an eye on it. I think it's my internet. It's acting all funky. Alright, now it's all leveled out. It's good. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, let's check this one. Luckily, these are a lot easier to check. Okay, and let's check this one. That one's good. Yeah, you like how much easier it is for me to check these than it was for the big complicated rows yesterday? Okay, and I'm going to sew these two together. Okay, those are good. Okay, and this one is the top. We've got, there, fantastic. My last row is perfect. Okay, so let me sew this one. I'll combine those two. Alright, rows are done. Now I just have to sew all the rows together and then make the border. Border alone will take me a few hours. Alright, this goes up. And this one goes to the right. That's good. Well, crap. You see what I did? Shoot. And that's why I check it. Alright, let's make sure I've got everything else good before I take it apart. Yep, everything else is good. Okay, so, oh, I did iron that one. Okay. Oh, I just love when I flip pieces. My very last one, I had to flip it, of course. Where is my, oh, no. I had it yesterday. Oh, it's hiding underneath. Yeah, I just flipped the piece. Okay, I'm going to move this piece up here, out of the way. It's not your fault. Just because you jinxed me and saying that, oh yeah, because you're doing so well, I'm gonna make a mistake. No, I did it myself. I even double checked it too. I must not have been looking very closely. See, but this is why I check, double check, and triple check, because I make mistakes, and I know it. Okay, so that goes that way. Yeah, and of course I make a big mistake and I get 3 new people watching. For those of you that just joined the program, I flipped the piece upside down. I gotta fix it. My very last row of this quilt. Alright. This is my absolute favorite seam ripper. Hi Amber, welcome back. I love my seam ripper. If you do any kind of sewing, you need to have a good seam ripper. There we go. There's all my little threads. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. At least I caught it early. Alright, so this piece is supposed to go this way, not the other way. No, I won't. Oh yeah. Okay. I just saw that. Nice XP. That thing. Alright, let's make sure this... Yeah, this one is good. That row is good. Alright, so let's put that row here. I am going to go ahead and start assembling rows, though. Just because I don't want to get frustrated. So in between sewing and fixing that row, I'm going to assemble other rows. Okay, so the next one goes to the left. So now, as I assemble the rows, I'm thinking because for the first time I'm doing a pieced border. So it's going to make a difference which way I iron these seams. Because the way that I iron my seams, I'm going to have to then iron the border the opposite way. So let's iron all of the seams up. Okay. And then all of the border will be ironed down. So in this case, it is going... Oh, it's the left. Okay. I'm making sure. I'm like, this doesn't seem right, but it does. Okay, so this is this way. Some more water in here. Because remember when you nest the seams, they have to be the opposite direction. Now, if I make a mistake, yeah, I can always re-iron something. But if I do it right away, it's going to be better. Right, so this should be up. Okay, double checking to make sure it's right. Yeah, every now and then I'm getting dips and I don't know why. So, Doug, do you want me to talk about my flipped piece for hours? Could that be what you're trying to tell me? Okay, let's see which way. Nope, it's this way. So ironed it out. That's a good analogy. Okay, that way. And we are getting to the part where we can finally start seeing the patterns. Oh, you know, if you live stream, I'm going to give you a super hard time. But that's just because I love you. right. Now, my rooms are done. Alright. You know why that got flagged, right, Doug? No, it wasn't the ban hammer. It was a comment held for moderation to make sure that it was okay before it went through. And I had to approve it. No, I think it was because of the word cussin' and mallets. But I don't know. But if you put those words down because I said, yeah, that's fine, it probably won't flag those words again. It's funny because one of these streamers that I love to watch is Josh OG. Yeah, he is not a family-friendly stream. He's someone that you would like, Doug. He's sponsored by a dispensary. I'll just say that. There we go. Yes. He lives in Colorado. Okay, so now... Oh, I guess I've got to do one more in order to get that one off of there. Okay, so let me do this one. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the 4 that I am doing. I think it goes this way. Yep. fantastic. That's awesome. Wearing kilts to work is always nice. Okay. After I sew this one, I'm then going to go through the rest of the rows, and I'm just going to iron and pin all of them. And then once they're all ironed and pinned, then I'll go through and do the next round. So I'm not going to sew as I go. I'm going to sew just 2 rows as I need them. It's a little bit more efficient to sew more often. What I'm doing here, when there's the large areas, I'm feeling just to make sure there's no seams underneath, because I'm pinning where the seams are nesting so that it doesn't move while I'm sewing it, but I'm also pinning any seams so they don't stick out and get caught and kind of fold over, because that creates extra bulk in the quilt, and whenever you go to quilt it, it's a little harder to actually quilt it. So like right here, there's a seam on the top but not the bottom, and there's a seam on the bottom but not the top. So I'll put a pin in here to hold that seam down, and a pin here to hold that seam down. I learned that one the hard way after trying to quilt a couple that got caught up. Oh hey, one of my fellow sewers must have ended their stream, because I've got some of my team members that are hosting me now, which is fantastic. I appreciate my team members. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to check them out. So I've got some team members that are on there. Or if you're watching me live, make a note of it and check them out later, whenever they're streaming, because they're pretty awesome. I think there's only 1 or 2 other members that are quilters, though. They're mostly cosplayers. But they're all sewers. Oh, and bobbin thread's out. You're funny, Doug. Okay, so This one goes here. And I am going to move this over a little bit. That way it's closer to me as I'm working on it. There we go. Okay. So the next two. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the yellow's on the top. Alright. The solid is on the bottom. Yep, so it goes this way. It's almost time for me to restock my bobbin thread. My case is getting a little low. That'll be definitely enough for this stream. Oh, I'll see you later, Doug. Just double checking the design. That's really cool. Okay, and it's going to go up towards the yellow. Come on. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to move that up. Okay, and this is going to be matched with that. Fantastic. I'm just recounting everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the top, that's the bottom. And it needs to go this way, towards that. I just ironed it the wrong way. I wasn't paying attention. So now I've got to re-iron it flat. And it's got to go this way. Everything's. There's my Triforce. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this needs to get ironed. Yep, towards that way. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Something is making me sneeze. And there's the top of my shield. It's easier to pin the small one into the big one. It's not the way I'm going to iron it. It's just easier to pin it that way. Thank you very much. Oh, no, I'm yawning again. Stop yawning. You're not tired. Don't want coffee. I do, actually. Should have coffee. Now that sounds good. Alright. I'm going to finish these rows. I'll see what time it is. If I get all these rows finished before 7, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. So I'm nice and fresh whenever I'm working on the border. These don't make a difference which way they... Oh, it does. Because the small one is on top. Right. That's fine. Make some coffee. You're just going to tease me with it. I see how you are, Amber. was gonna say, where's my music? You guys are funny. Like, I'm serious. I get so much more done since I started streaming. You entertain me a lot. I mean, you see how much Doug entertains me. He's like that in person, too. He's so funny. He's basically said if I bring him as a minion, he'll do all the driving, he'll do all the unloading, all the heavy lifting, and then he runs out to enjoy the convention. Alright, so let's go back to the beginning. And I need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm doing those 8. Oops. Nope, I gotta do it the other way. I gotta make sure they go the same direction. Three more passes through the strips, and this baby is together. The way that I assemble my strips now is, yeah, minions are fantastic. I love my minions. Laura's actually my, one of my main minions. Freaking love her. She minions for me at Gen Con and MagFest. Oh, wait, one more down. There we go. That way. The way that I'm doing my strips is the most efficient way that I have discovered to do them. I have tried so many different ways because a lot of my quilting I discovered and taught myself, which is why I don't quilt like anyone else. I have a completely unique way of doing it. So I had to discover the best and easiest way to do the stripping. And this is the best way, is to use the clothing rack. Ooh, Barcelona. Hi, how are you? I had a friend, Andrew, that I played Warcraft with years ago. And he was from one of the Dutch countries originally, but he was doing his PhD in Barcelona. So I've actually heard a lot about your city and about like the customs and things like that because he told me a bunch of it. And then he actually came to visit me in the States, and I took him around DC, and yeah. Barcelona is one of those places that I have always wanted to visit. Maybe one of these days. I need to find a quilt guild there that'll pay me to come out and teach there. That would be amazing. Barcelona and Dublin. Those are the two that are on my bucket list. Okay, so now I've caught up with all of my ironing and pinning, so now I'm going to sew them 2 sets at a time so that I then will iron and pin, sew 2 sets, iron, pin, and so on. So after this one I have 2 more passes through. And for efficiency, I'm going to grab the next 2. So these are the 2 that are going to get ironed and sewn together. Oh, alright. So just put it right here. Yep, so drop the pin. Okay, so next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one also had 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the main body of, that's the top of the shield. Okay. So let's find top and the bottom. It goes this way. Yep. So it needs to be ironed that way. Oh, and you know what? I can just look at the directions of the seams that I've already ironed. Okay, so this is the bottom. And let's test my theory. This should be the yellow on top. And it is. Fantastic. Okay, so I don't have to look at it anymore. I can just see the direction of the seams that I've previously ironed. And just keep ironing them that way. I know I keep talking about getting a good seam ripper. A good iron is another thing that is an amazing you have to have whenever you're sewing. Thanks for teasing me, Amber. There you go. Look at that. Wow, that red really pops out of there. Yeah, and the same yellow that I was cutting earlier that was so bright, it's not as bright against the blue either. Fantastic. Again, I like to triple check everything. So when I'm staring there looking at it, I'm just doing a quick cursory look to make sure that all the pieces are good. Anytime. Yeah, I think I'll make another one of those vanilla lattes that I made yesterday. Or, oh, better yet, I think I have a mocha one upstairs. That's the Via Instant, the mocha latte. That's a nice evening treat. Right. I'm immediately going to sew this one because it goes with this one. And you notice whenever I'm sewing, I'll stop sometimes and fix all this. It's because you want to have the fabric go into the sewing machine pretty easily, and if it's bunched up down here, it may have too much of a weight, and it won't go in as easily. Anytime you can take the pressure off the sewing machine, you want to make sure you do that. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I ever showed you my cool new mic. It's one of those nice professional studio recording mics I just kind of have sitting over there. I can't really hang it there, talk into, because I go all over the place. It's green. Alright, so this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all the stuff at the top. So, nice. this can now go away. I don't need this anymore. Oh, shoot. I unplugged the camera. That's what I get. I knocked the camera off. Okay. Properties. Deactivate. Activate. Fantastic. Trying to give myself room. And I caused issues. Alright. Well, it may be time for me to clean my machine tomorrow. It's squeaking a little bit. So I need to get it all cleaned out, add a little bit of oil, and make it happy again. Alright, I'm going to take these away and just look at the whole thing now. And I'm going to have to move that. I need all the room I can get. Because now I'm getting to the point where it's going to take up a lot of room. Is that because it's hot down there? Nice. Oop, it's that way. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Hey, like how I'm covered all in thread? That's what happens. Because I sew all day, I get all of the remnants of all of the fabric all over me. I'll go out in public and people will look at me sometimes like, you know there's thread on you. Yeah, I know. It happens. Yep. Oh, that's on. Alright, so to make this more manageable, as I put it in the sewing machine, I'm going to fold it down, and then fold it down again. And then fold it. So that way it's a little bit more manageable. I just have to make sure that there's no weight that's pulling down on it here, down here. So I have to constantly lift it up and check it. I know assembling the actual rows takes a while, but I always forget how long it actually takes. I'm going to iron these two. I'm going to grab some coffee before I start pinning it. I didn't get it done before 7, but you've teased me so much, Amber. I want some coffee. No, yeah. It's worth it in the end. But like I said, even though it takes a long time and it's very tedious because it's the same thing over and over, this is my favorite part because I like watching all of these pixels come together to make a picture. There we go. And that's going to be the top. Alright, so I will be right back. I'm going to make some coffee. I know I have a couple more things to do for the quilt, and then the top is done, and I just gotta work on the borders. Oh yeah, so some is still going. So, as you probably guessed, my husband's home. Yeah, so as soon as I went upstairs and started boiling the hot water, my husband came home and the dogs flipped out. Alright, I'm gonna set that over there because it's gotta cool before I drink it. Oh, man. So I am going to drink the Starbucks Via Cafe Mocha. Basically hot chocolate with a little bit of coffee in it. You know, I'll never forget whenever, yeah, it's a different Starbucks one. So it's a Starbucks, but it's a different one. So I'll never forget whenever I think it was the third or fourth quilt that I made. It was one of the, Link holding up the Triforce. And I was making it for a swap for Sprite Stitch. So I told my mother, I'm like, okay, well, it's because I was staying with my parents at the time. I was like, I really need to get to Joanne's. Gotta pick up a couple of things. So give me like 45 minutes and I'll have all these strips sewn together. Yeah. 2 hours later. But that's one of the reasons why I was sewing the initial strips as I was going. So then it wouldn't be as tedious when I got to this point. Alright, I've got it down to 2 pieces. So let's fold this over so it doesn't take as much bulk. Yeah, I realized this morning when I went to grab my coffee that I actually had another Starbucks Instant Via one. Alright, so I'm going to organize my strips for the border. And then I'm going to sew 2 together to free that so I don't have to use a scrap. There. Okay, so I need 5 yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 2 red and white. Okay, I need 5 purple and blacks. And then 1 black and whites. Yeah, I love Starbucks. If I could have my choice of what I'm drinking, it would be Starbucks. My normal coffee is just a regular vanilla flavored coffee for my Keurig. Alright, so I'm going to do the bottom first. That's right. And then flip it upside down to do the top. I will show it to you. So that's all sewn together for that half of the shield. Flip it upside down for this half. Now, if I have done all of this correctly, when I go to add on my borders, they should line up perfectly and the seams should nest. If I did it correctly. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can see how I'm already having issues with the bulk because it's a queen size, and then I'm adding on the borders. Again, this is one of the reasons why I don't do king quilts. They're just way too big for me. There we go. Right. Hmm. Maybe. Hmm. Yeah, don't you love autocorrect sometimes? Yeah, I'd keep an eye on it. Because if it is if it was a tick, they could have Lyme, and that would give them an allergic reaction. Alright. All of these get to move over. Would help if I put it correctly. Right side to right side. There we go. You know, I took one of my dogs to the vet today just to get a checkup and make sure that everything was good because I recently switched vets. So he was on, it was for Marley. He was on the heartworm that also has the tick and everything else. The flea, and you know, it's basically all in one. So I was talking to the new vet, and he said, no, it's not an all-in-one. It doesn't cover ticks. Like, really? He goes, yeah, it'll cover fleas and heartworm, but it doesn't cover ticks. You need to have heartworm, and then you need to have the one that takes care of all of the fleas and ticks and bugs and things. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just sewing all of the black and purples together at the same time. After I do all the black and purples, I'll take the pins out of there, iron it, and show it to you. See, this is why I was trying to have it cut out and sewn before the stream. Because this part's super boring. I'm just sewing strips. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Are you coming down to look for something? You just ate dinner a bit ago. You don't get anything just because you're cute. Although you guys are cute. You don't get things because you're cute. Hey, I know they're kept there. You don't get one just because you come down. Yep. Yeah, it's fine. That's the only problem, is I can't look away while I'm doing strips, or it could kind of sew wonky. When I do this during the day, I normally sew strips whenever I'm watching shows from the CW app, because it's the only one that I have that has commercials in there. So I'll sew it during I sew strips during commercials. And this is what most of quilting is. Sewing strips. Alright. Last two. Yep. Bobbin thread is out. Come here. I find that I have problems picking up bobbins with these nails. It's quite annoying. Hi, you're still down here. Alright. Let's see how my mocha's doing. Yeah, they're begging for TRATs because they know I keep some here. So they're sitting here trying to be cute, trying to ask for things. You don't get things because you're cute. Oh, you are very cute. You're a very pretty doggy. And you're a very handsome dog. You are. Go ask your dad. He'll give you something. He always gives you something. Alright. And going to be ironed this way. Oops, got a pin. Alright. The main quilt, the main top is finished. Tuck that in there. And there it is. I'm just looking at it again, making sure nothing sticks out. No, I think everything's all done correctly. Nice. Alright, I'll leave that there while I finish sewing strips. Now what I'll do when I'm sewing these strips is I'll sew them in groups. So I just finished the black and purple, so I'll do the white and red, and then I'll do the yellow and black, and I'll keep them in their color groups. Thank you. Now, for the complicated part, getting this border done. Soleil's sitting next to me pouting. Are you pouting? You trying to look pretty? I told you this part was boring. Like, seriously, it's almost as bad as watching paint dry. Like, if anyone popped into this stream now, they'd be like, what is she doing? How boring is that? And then pop right out again. Alright, last one. Last strip to sew. And trust me, it's a lot more efficient just to sew all your strips at the same time. Really? Well, I guess it is kind of soothing. Alright, no more strips. Okay, so this baby is getting moved over here, out of the way. Alright, let's do some math and some calculations. So, this is the top. Okay, that's the very top. My row went to the left at the top. So this right here needs to go to the right. So that goes to the left. This is the bottom. The very bottom one goes to the right. So the top part of the bottom needs to go to the left. And that needs to go to the right. Now, the left and right. So that is to the right over here. Now I ironed everything up, so this needs to come down. Then this one needs to go up. I'm figuring out my which way the seams point, so I can nest it nicely. Okay, and then this one's on the left. Okay, and I did it up, so that needs to come down, and that needs to go up. And that's my full pattern. Okay, that can go away. Let's just make sure. Oh, you know what? I did that wrong. She has the Triforces going out. I was going to have them point in. Because that's in, that's in. You know what? I'm going to change it and do the way that I thought. I'm going to change this pattern. From the design that Nicole originally did, I'm switching them. And I'm going to flip it upside down and have them point in instead of pointing out. because the top and the bottom are both pointing in. So aesthetically, I'm thinking I want everything else pointing in. Okay. Man, something is making me sneeze. All right. More water, yes. All right, so now I'm going to cut all of my pieces out. So now that all my strips are combined, my pieces are cut out, now I get to, thank you very much. Now I get to do everything else. So let's start with yellow. So yellow, I need to cut 48 2-inch by 3.5 inch. And to make my cuts more efficient, I'm going to cut them 4 at a time. Alright, where did, oh, I put it down here. Alright, so this should give me 40, because a lot of times I get 20 out of a strip like this. So, 4, 8, 20, wait, 4, 8, 12. Can't count today. 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, come on, there we go, 36, 40. So then I just need 8 from this strip. Two, 4, 6, 8. So this is extra, so I'm going to set that aside. Now put all the pieces right side up. Now you notice how this one has a little bit of selvage on there? Perfectly fine. It's under 1/4 inch, so that's going to get sewn in and you won't see it. You know what? I can move this back over here now. So I don't have to keep on looking that way. Remember what I said, this is a new pattern, so my counts may be off. So it's another reason why I just take the extra fabric that I had for this and set it aside. And again, there's a little bit of selvage on here, perfectly fine. Okay, That looks good. Okay, black. I need 8 3.5 by 3.5 and 32 2 by 3.5. So again, for efficiency, I'm going to cut them 4 at a time. Okay, so I said I need 8 3.5 by 3.5. So here's 4, 8. So now I need 32 2 by 3.5. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Oops. 32. That's extra. Set it aside. Okay, now red. I need 4 3.5 by 3.5. 2, 4. Okay. And then white, I need 8 2 by 3.5. Come on. There we go. I said 8, right? Yep. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then purple. Purple, I'm doing 48, so just like with the yellow. And the grunge is a little shorter than the marbles, so I may not be able to get 40 out of 2 strips, but that's okay. I have extra fabric. I can just pull the extra out of there. Four. 8. 12. 16. 20. 24. 28. 32. Oh, I look at it. 36. 40. Nope, Sully's gone. I hear them racing upstairs. Hey, Marley. Come here. Soleil can't have these. So I don't give them to Soleil. So she has the problem of eating things too fast and swallowing them whole. And then she chokes on them. So things like chewies and greenies and things like that, if I want to give it to any of the dogs, I've got to wait till Soleil's not around. 2. 4. 6. 8. And that's extra. Okay, and that is all of the regular solid stuff. I love the grunge, the way just the effect of the fabric. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I know, right? So when I first got, so I think she was like 2 years old, and I gave her a chewy, and she swallowed it whole and started choking. So I had to give my dog the Heimlich to get it up. Yeah, so she doesn't get anything that she could possibly choke on. I was just looking to see where Marley was with it. Alright. So there are all of the solids. Now for the combos. Let's start with this one. Alright, scissors. I always cut my strips in half. I actually detail what I'm going to do in instructions for all my patterns as well, because honestly it's the most efficient way to cut them and make sure that they're going to line up nicely. Just do them all. 1, 2, 3. Why do I have 5 yellows? Oh, okay. I was looking in the wrong area. I'm like, but I only need 48. No, I need 96. Here I am trying to confuse myself. Alright, so I've got them all cut in half. So now I need to iron them. So when I iron them, I'm going to take the first one and I'm going to iron it up towards the black. And then the next one, I'm going to iron it up towards the yellow. And then I'm going to nest the seams. So in this case, it's up towards the black. In this case, it's down towards the yellow. So I'm just going to fit it right along there and nest it right in there. Okay, so I need 96 of these. And then when I cut, I'm cutting 2 at a time. And an entire strip will give me 20. I think I'm going to change my rotary blade tomorrow. It is having issues. Okay, so let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that gives me 20, because there's 2 on there. And then when I lift it up, I'm going to separate it because in this case it's going towards the yellow, in this case it's going towards the black. So it's going to give me my 2 different stacks. So as I'm laying it out, as you saw me when I was assembling the main part of the quilt, whenever it calls for it to go a certain direction for the seam, I can just grab the appropriate one. I don't have to re-iron everything. Okay, there's 20. I need 76 more of the black and yellow. These strips for the border are actually going to be a lot harder than the main quilt was because they're using almost all of the pieces like that. So there's a lot more to it. They're more intensive, more pieces. It's going to be longer. So basically I'm saying there's no way I'm going to get the borders done tonight, and I can almost guarantee I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Although if I stream tomorrow, it has to be during the day, because I have Quilt Guild tomorrow night. And 8, 9, 10. And I'm just going to add them to the same file. So now I have 40 black and yellow. You can hear Mike playing with the dogs upstairs. Thinking if I get everything cut out, and if I can get at least 2 rows, maybe 4, laid out, I'll be happy tonight. Oops. That's right, I moved the table, and I didn't put it back. There we go. Like, why is it shaking while I'm cutting? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, that's 60. I am not going to cut the other ones of the yellow because that's enough for the yellow. I can do the others tomorrow just to save some time tonight. So I just want to make a note that I did 60. Okay. Now let's go on to purple. Now purple, I think I need the same thing. Yes, I need 96 purples. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to stream about 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow is what I'm thinking. That'll give me time in the morning to do the things that I have to get done in the morning. Now, normal people do not rotary cut this fast. That's just what happens when you do this every single day for 8 years. Oh, hi, Stitch. How are you? Probably not going to go too late tonight. Probably... Hopefully I'll be done by 9 Eastern, so in about 50 minutes. Although I was just telling Amber that there's no way, even if I stay late and stream, that I'm going to get these borders done tonight. So, I'm going to stream tomorrow during the day. So, a rare daytime stream. So, I'm thinking like 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Just to get these done. I've got the main part of the quilt done. Now I'm just cutting all the pieces for the borders. I also never got a chance to put up last night's stream, so I've got to do that first thing in the morning. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 40. Oh, hi, Cap. How are you? Because I'm 40. I am an old woman. Alright, and then I'm going to do these in the morning. So I'm going to save and do those later. And I'm doing 60 of these for the purple black. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Can you tell I'm trying to get these done? Okay, next. The red and white, I'm only going to do 1 strip of them. This I will do in the morning. Uh-oh. I think I sewed something wrong. I did sew a black and white together. So where'd it go? Did it fall down someplace? Amber, I did sew a black and white, right? I cut it out. That's the first one that oh. It's hiding from me. Can you tell I'm getting tired? Yeah, exactly. I'm tired. There we go. Okay. So, red and white. Yeah. Yeah, they were playing hide and seek. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, Cap. Although my pronunciation's not going to be good. When the fluff stole it. I'm like, I knew that I sewed it. It was the first one that I sewed. Alright, so the red and white. I need 12 of the 3.5s and 8 of the 2s. So I'm doing half right now because I'm going to cut the other half in the morning. So 2, 4, 6. And then I'll do all 8 of the little ones. Yeah, you know I can't pronounce that. E. Yeah, I'm not even good. Okay. I am so bad with pronunciations. I have a friend of mine that was from Iran who tried to teach me Farsi. I couldn't pronounce anything. It's 3, 4. Okay, that's extra. I am so bad at all foreign languages. Okay, so I've got 6 and 8. Okay, last one, black and white. Black and white, I need 16 of the 2 by 3.5. Yeah, I am so bad with that. Okay, E-I-G-C-ler. E-I-G, yeah. That is so bad. See, if I hear it, see, a lot of times, if I hear it phonetically, I still can't even pronounce it. 16, so I need 8. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't do that now. I'm sorry. I've got to get this stuff done. I can try it later, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you clicked on it and you tried it, Stitch? Alright, so, and I've got all of those cut. Okay, so let me try to start laying these out, and then I can go to bed. Okay, those are good. Oh, yeah, oh, I'm sure. Just looking at it, it looks hard. Okay, so with the borders, I'm going to do the left and the right sides first, and then I'll do the top and the bottoms last. So I'm going to start on the left. Flip that over that way. And cover up the bottom so I don't do that one. Okay, so so I may not read the chat while I'm looking through here because this is super, super hard. Yeah. This is super hard because there's so many little pieces. I don't want to lose track. So, first, I've got red. Oh yeah, like, I'm sure it's so late there because it's almost... Yeah, I'm gonna have some coffee before I get through this. It's almost 8:30 here. Okay, so white, and then towards the white, towards the purple. Oh, you know what? Let me do it 2 layers again because this is going to be super long. Single purple. Black. 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 Okay. And then solid purple. Okay. Black. Okay, that's towards the purple, so they need to go towards the yellow. I was towards the black, so towards the black with purple. See what I mean? All these little pieces. I'm not even halfway, not even a quarter way through. Thanks, Nicole, for designing such a complicated border. Okay, that's towards the black, so we need to go towards the black here. And then after I lay it all out, I'll double check everything before I go on to the next row. Okay, that was towards the yellow, so it needs to go towards the purple. Okay, I'm halfway. Towards the yellow. Towards the black. Purple. Black. Purple. Towards the yellow. Yellow. Okay, that was towards the black. I need to go towards the black with purple. Solid purple. goes down towards the purple, so we need to go up towards the white. And then towards the white with the red. Whew, okay. Now I'm going to check it. The biggest thing I'm checking for here is making sure A, I didn't skip a piece or add an extra piece, and B, I'm putting them the right way. Now, they can get flipped in the middle while I'm sewing, which is what I'm sure happened with the body of the quilt where I made that one flipped mistake. But I at least want to start out correctly. Okay, good, fantastic. Alright, pins. Alright, let me pin this baby. So, these are going to the left. My fingers hurt now after doing that. So I'm going to figure out my streaming schedule tomorrow for next week, and I'll put it up. I know Sunday... Yeah, surfing. Thank you. Sunday I'm going to stream sometime. I don't know when yet. I'll figure it out. Depends if I'm going to go to my husband's softball game or not. Saturday I can't stream because we've got a bunch going on with family stuff. Yes, I leave in 2 weeks from yesterday. I'm heading to Chicago for C2E2. So I'll be able to stream the Monday before, but I'll leave early Tuesday morning. Because I've got to drop my trailer off at the marshalling yard. Man, there are so many little pieces to this thing. Alright. Now that I messed that up. Okay. Oops. I got a nice big stack of pieces. Okay. One row. I at least get the next row done. And I'll see what time it is. Alright, so. Towards the red. Towards the black. Big black. Purple. It's down towards the purple. Solid. Towards the black. So that needs to go towards the black. Solid yellow. Black. That's not right. That way. Okay, that's right. And now black. Okay, that's towards the yellow, so this needs to go towards the purple. Purple, so this needs to go towards the yellow. It's towards the yellow. Oh, it's fine, it's black. Oops. Okay, that's towards the black. So towards the black. And I'm spreading out way too much. Move these over. I'm not even halfway yet. Okay. Okay, that was towards the black. So this needs to go towards the black. Yellow. Okay, I went towards the black. Oh, no, doesn't make a difference. It's solid. Mm. Oh, it's my other phone. That's my US phone. Okay. That's towards the yellow, so this needs to go towards the purple. Almost there. Black. And towards the red. Thank you, honey. You told me that they were too short. Didn't you love my husband? Alright, let me check that row. You do know how to make me laugh. Perfect. Alright, we pin this. So this is going to go to the right. What time is it? 8:35. I have been streaming for 3 hours and 39 minutes. Alright. That is the entire left border pinned and ready to sew. I really should do another one. I'm so tired though. Alright, one more. Let's work on the right. Okay. I'm going to go all the way up there in case I go to 3. Alright, towards the whites. So we're going towards the whites. So I think this is exactly the exact same thing as what I just did, is what I think. Maybe. Red, purple. I like that huzzah. Makes me want to go to the Renfest. Okay, towards the black. Towards the black. And I'm finding the more I do, the more I'm speeding up, which is good. Because I'm starting to recognize the patterns. And what's needed. Okay, towards the black. Towards the black. That's the biggest thing I gotta pay attention to. Is the seams. Okay, that one's towards the black. Towards the black. And that one's towards the yellow. So this one's going to go towards the purple. Purple. Towards the purple, so towards the yellow. Okay, that's towards the black. So that's going to go towards the black. Nope. That way. Okay, that's towards purple, so that's going to go towards the yellow. Okay, I'm like, why is there an extra one on the end, but there's an extra one on these two? Okay, that's towards the black, so it's got to go towards the red. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me double check this. Okay. I'm finally starting to catch the patterns. So it's easy for me to check it faster. Perfect. Okay. And this one's going to the right. Yeah, I'll do it right there. Oops. That was a little off. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do the last row and start sewing these tomorrow. So after I finish up this row, I'm going to call it a night because I am getting super tired. So that's what happens whenever you work 15-hour days. So tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll stream, and I'll put it up in the morning too on my Twitch just to remind everyone. And then I'll also figure out my schedule of when I'm going to stream on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And I'll get that up there also. There we go. 3 rows done. So I will get that for. See, my feet hurt. That's the only problem with all the piecing, is that you stand for long periods of time. So I will get the 4th row done, and I will start sewing all this tomorrow. So if you can't tune in the middle of the day, I will pop it up on YouTube. I will pop yesterday's and today's first thing in the morning up on YouTube, so it's there. And then I will get tomorrow's done on Friday up on YouTube. So, yeah. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I like having company. Like I said before, Amber, it makes the time go by fast. I like it whenever you guys are there and you're chatting. So, thanks again. I will see you guys tomorrow.